Hi, welcome to Chris Jenkins Golf Academy here at Cronin's Golf Centre in Essex. Today we're going to talk about bunker shots and we're going to specifically talk about how can you hit the ball different distances. So how do you hit the higher, softer landing shot, and how do you hit the one which comes out a bit lower and then runs up the green a bit more. You can use different clubs, okay, that's one answer. So you could use a less lofted club for the ones you want to run up the green, pitching wedge, or even a 9-iron, something like that. And a more lofted club for the short ones. But I'm going to show you how to do it with the same club. Okay, so this is a sand wedge that we're using. So we're going to look at the short one first of all. On the short bunker shot, I've got to add a lot more loft. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the club face a bit to the right. My alignment stays pretty straight on this one. Ball's opposite the inside of the left heel. You know, if you looked at my earlier videos, you'd see that the upper body needs to be a bit more to the left to try and get the shoulders a bit more level, because that does help you to use the loft better. But we're going to do this simple little tip. So we're going to drop the hands a little bit lower, because by dropping the hands lower, once you've opened the club face, that helps to align the club face more straight. If you're hitting a driver, because there's less loft on the club face is a lot more dominant over the path in the direction the ball's going to be starting. But when we're hitting a bunker shot, because there's more loft, the path has a lot more influence. And so we want to try and align straight. But by dropping the hands lower, it aligns the club face, but it also sets the wrist a little bit lower as well, or sets the wrist up so the radial part of the wrist is set up, and that helps you to keep the loft on the club. But another tip which I often use is to try and hold the club more in the fingers with the short bunker shot. So we weaken that right hand grip, because by weakening the grip, it allows you to cock the wrists up in the movement through the shot, where the club face can stay more to the sky. If we had a normal grip, or a slightly stronger one even, that's very difficult because the hand has to work underneath, and you'll find that turns over a bit more. Now that's better for the longer one, we'll get onto that in a minute. So the short one, the hands are going to be dropped a bit lower, a bit more in the fingers, so that the V of the thumb and forefingers up towards the right shoulder. And then from there, we're just going to hit a normal shot. So we're going to hit quite a long swing, hit the sand before the ball, make sure you follow through, treat the ball like a big grain of sand, trying to get that up as far up under the green as possible. Okay, and let's have a go. Okay, because you can see nice and high, land on the green, and it stops pretty quickly. So how do we get the ball to go lower and chase up the green a bit more? Well, it's very simple. We set up slightly differently. So rather than having the hands low and using all that loft in the club, we stand a little taller and we square the club face. So rather than open the club face, we now set up with a square club face. So to do that, we're going to get the ball in pretty much the same place. We still want to try and hit that, the sand before the ball and follow through, but we don't want to go too deep, and so we've got their shoulders nice and level. But by getting the hands up a little bit higher here and square a club face, it will allow my hands to actually rotate slightly. So with this one, rather than you holding the club face and you holding the loft in the club, we're going to try and allow the hands to rotate slightly. So when I play this one, you can see a lower launch, and it's just run out a little bit further. And that's how we control the distance out of bunkers. So the short one, add loft, drop the hands, weaken the right hand grip. And the longer one, much taller, square the club face, chases up the green. If you like the tip, don't forget to subscribe, tap the bell to get future notifications of future tips. Click my website, chrisjenkinsgolf.com, for ways of getting in touch and for coaching options. Enjoy your golf.